What? You did what? Oh, that's surprising.
Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears and McLean Stadium. Boats lining the brasses as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
Me neither. But first, fuck is you over there doing? Bro, why you ain't come get me? Say we are the champions. Know what we doing this year. Huh? What I did with what? What you did with my card? uh, all right. Oregon squad just got their ass whooped, fellas. But not you guys, though. If we remember correctly, this is a no-huddle offense. Oh man, I heard that. I heard that song so many times when I was deployed. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. In the army. And he died. My brother, just to simply in the TV. Hey, Uncle Sam, his name at the top of this list. I'm taking the fist. Memories. All right. That's together. Oh, yeah, Boogeyman said, fuck me.
And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Baylor's offense will get the first crack at it here. And all eyes on This man, as he takes the field, the defense knows they're going to try to throw in the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense Reese will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Here's the handoff.
Ooh.
Made a defender miss. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And you're going to hear this
That was
guy
tough.
a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Blasted as he lets it go. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
The Bears send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense has its first opportunity of the day. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Looking for room. It's Russell. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Trying the left side. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On third down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Giving him his pads. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Sixth play of the drive coming up. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
The give to the single back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line.
Good catch, James.
First and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And the Razorbacks are threatening on first and goal. He's looking to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he runs.
Oh, grown man run.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Bears decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, it's Johnson. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Power football with the run. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Somebody got to block him.
Because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
After losing a couple in that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
After the run, now to throw. Using the quick game. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Handoff from the gun. And after the tackle, bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. On the run, it's Russell. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal.
Damn it.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. They're trailing by just 4 to Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bears want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I noticed by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Quick strike complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Bears will line up to punt it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the tackler. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
A little old school football riding the big fella, and a nice gain on that one.
Yeah, this guy's an athlete, too. He's not just a blocker. You can hand off the ball, and he can go find positive yards. Shows you right there.
Give to the running back. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets...
Nasty. You want to run this one? You'll appreciate it once they settle down. Here. That's going to be the one that puts you to sleep, though.
His speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always
That's what you need, though.
Able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. He works his way inside.
Yeah, they're starting to get tired now.
And picks up a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Running with power. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
They'll give it to him again. Got it.
Let's go.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. If I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Still running at the 40. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Moving out of the pocket. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Yes, sir.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Looking to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Open space at the 25. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Bears are threatening in the red zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's got his man. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the... The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out.
Oh, wow.
Good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Looking for the score.
Let's go.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the senior just took that
go.
one out of the air and sends it the other way. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked. And the Bears will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's James. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
To the air on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your second sack. It's only the third quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
He lets it fly. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Buying some time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Now adjusting. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They keep attacking through the air. Get it out on the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
On the run, it's Russell. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
Let him bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, the short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
On the option. He'll pitch it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, growing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. The Bears headed quickly to the line. Running back searching for a hole. Fights off a defender. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
Let's go defense.
For a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll bring it back. It's Johnson. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the... down, 4th down. I like them being...
Oh, nigga, Rob. What?
Got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And now on first down after converting with the run. He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll try the run. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Razorbacks are marching down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Quarterback will audible. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And
oh, come on.
Is incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Runs through the tackle. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. First down to start the drive after the break. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Bears in the hurry up. Wide out in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On second down, they'll take to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down.
Come on, defense, don't fuck up the goose egg.
Come to the line with a new set of out of the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Snagged in the middle. It's Porter. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the offense. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Bears! Getting set for the point after.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Off play action. Fires left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They make the stop of the 19 after a pickup of 5.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff. On the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They'll run it to the right side. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over.
Oh, damn. Arkansas State on them? Okay, Arkansas State. I guess that shit lacking Georgia put on. You said you gonna goddamn get on, take it out on Georgia Tech.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Come on. Let me switch to the D tackle.
Downfield, but made a little something out of it. The Bears want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's
oh, come on. That was my tackle.
Brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They've got it at the 41. 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly on the move.
Let's go.
Into traffic, picked off. Not much on that.
Outstanding defense. I see you've been paying attention in the film room.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The give as they work on that clock. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. Movement here from the tight end. To the ground with the back. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Only a couple there, and
Come
now
on,
staring
people.
at 3rd and 8.
You got to catch a block.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Finds his big tight end. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's got the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They're trying to slam it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Oh, but we got back. He got
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
a certain. I got a certain amount of things I'm trying to do with him based off his career
The
goals.
kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
It shouldn't have took us 33
Besides
carries this
relentless
game.
execution on that 13-play scoring drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, we got shit we trying to do based off his goal list, but it shouldn't have took us 33 carries.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive.
That young bull rider that you seen on number 28, shit, that's the nigga you need to be worried about.
Trying to find his man on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse.
Oh, you talking about my white boy Derrick Henry? Nah, I'm talking about my boy Ryder, number 28. Yeah, he about to make an introduction. He's 6'3", like 233 or some shit like that, 230. And I think he got like 91, 92 speed.
lot to play for.
Good
So
job,
that's gonna do it
Arkansas.
for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
We just gonna out physical niggas this year. We don't need them to be at 90. We just need them to follow our technique. And their QB is Cantahera or whatever his name is. All right, Arkansas. Shit. DJ Lagway, you motherfucker. Yeah, Nick Harvey, you went away. I ain't know you was out there, Nick Harvey. Oh my jeez.